Assalamualaikum and hi to all of you. We are from group 3 and we are going to present about our cabin and outside component. So our group consists of 10 members, which is Cleven, Iqbal, Shakirin, Rafi, Naveen, Taimur, Shobun, Wafiq, Sim and lastly Lo. So next introduction, a vehicle is defined as a machine specifically engineered for the purpose of transporting individual or cargo. This encompasses a diverse array of transportation mode, including automobile, truck, buses, motorcycle, bicycle, train, boats, and aircraft. Vehicles are capable of functioning on road, railways, waterway, or in the atmosphere, and they may be powered by a variety of energy sources such as gasoline, diesel, electricity, or even human exertion.
Now our group 3, will present instrument in vehicle cabin. For the first interior, which is steering wheel, used to control the direction of the vehicle, modern steering wheels are usually equipped with audio control buttons called controls and cruise control. Second one is seat, made from a fabric or leather with manual or automatic adjustment. The front seat are often adjustable in terms of height and position.
So for gas pedal, we often see some cars have three and some cars have two pedals. So it depends on the transmission of the car itself, which is manual or auto. So let's go one by one. So the accelerator. Accelerator is basically controls the speed of the car. How does it control the speed of the car? The accelerator will increase the amount when we press the accelerator. It will increase the amount of gas and fuel that goes into the piston chamber. So when more amount of fuel and gas goes into the chamber, the RPM will increase. Hence, the speed of the car will increase. So next, the middle one is brake pedal. So brake pedal is basically used to stop or slow down the car. Basically, when we push the brake pedal, the force is transferred to brake pads and this at the tire. So last one is clutch pedal. This one is only for manual cars. So this feature, clutch pedal is actually an assembly which can cut the power from engine to the transmission. Hence, when we press the clutch pedal, we can cut the power and we can change into another gear. So when we depress it, it will go back. It will go back to the engine power into the transmission. So basically that's it lah. Thank you.
Can an audio system change your appreciation of music? Can sound transform a driving experience? Burmeister has been devoted to the pursuit of perfect sound for more than 4 decades. Every Burmeister home audio system is hand-built to deliver incomparable audio quality. In 2005, Burmeister made a defining decision to become the first to bring exceptional sound to the inside of a car. The Burmeister systems reproduce sound with complete authenticity and give you the music experience intended by the artist. Today, Burmeister works with the world's most famous automotive brands, using pure sound to transform the driving experience. Hear music like it was meant to be heard. Discover pure sound. Drive with Burmeister.
Hello everyone, I hope the video earlier gave you an introduction as to what we're going to look into in this topic. So here we are, we're looking at speakers, aka the sound system. This is the one that actually makes music in the car when you're on and your radio is on. So music comes out from this device is called speaker. So there are three things mainly you need to remember. There's the subwoofers, or you can also call them the bass. Then you have the tweeters, and then you have the amplifiers. Now, the subwoofers and the bass are devices that are dedicated with their own amplifier to produce the low end frequency ranging from 20 to 200 hertz. This is a very detailed part as to what it is. But initially, I mean, to give you a rather easy understanding, so whatever noises that produce big hump, and a vibration at the back, those are actually subwoofers and bass. So it's a very simple thing. Now, basses ranges within the 300 hertz range, which means subwoofer is even lower compared to the bass. So it's the subwoofer comes at first at the lowest, and then the bass comes in. And then you have the tweeters. Tweeters are these devices that produce high frequency sounds like the vocals of a singer, chirping of a bird, and the sound of a cymbal produced. They're smaller compared to the subwoofer, but extremely effective. Now, this is a very simple understanding because when your frequency is high, the sound it produces is usually high already, right? Compared to when it comes to a subwoofer and bass, the frequency is very low, so you need a larger volume to extradite those music in the back. So that's about it. And then we have an amplifier. Essentially, an amplifier is like the brain of the entire system. It sends signals to the speakers, tweeters, and the subwoofers. It's also important to note that sufficient cooling is needed for the amplifier because this thing actually gets very hot. There's a whole electronic system that runs in an amplifier to be able to send those signals to those individual speakers for you to enjoy your music. So that's about it for speakers. You're going to watch another video about um, Lewis Hamilton and this ad about Mercedes, in which they get to play with a few sensors in the car to immersify what a speaker can actually do. So I hope you guys enjoyed that.
For the dashboard features, mainly focusing on the air conditioning system, the first item is the temperature dial. It controls the cabin's temperature so that the passengers can feel more comfortable inside the car. The second item is the fan speed dial, which controls the airflow strength so that when it increases or decreases the fan speed, the air inside the cabin can be controlled to be more or less. For the third item is the recirculation button. The air recirculation button in a car's air conditioning system prevents outside air from entering the cabin, recirculating the interior air instead. This helps to cool or heat the cabin faster and can reduce the intakes of outside pollutants or odors.
So now I'm going to explain another part of the components in automotive vehicle that is more important for the manual transmission car, which is the shift knob. So basically, as you can see in the picture, this is the manual shift knob of a Proton Saga, which it allows drivers to manually change gears, allowing them to adjust the car's performance speeds based on the situation on the road.
Now I'm going to explain about meter panel and warning lights. Meter panel and warning lights are very important since it tells the driver about a vehicle's conditions and also act as a reminder to a driver about when they should do their vehicle maintenance. First, let's talk about meter panel. The speedometer shows the vehicle speed, which tells the driver how fast he is going. The tachometer displays the engine's revolution per minute, which tells the driver how how much an engine is turning in a minute. A fuel gauge indicates the fuel level in the tank, which tells driver that when should he refill the fuel. Temperature gauge shows the engine coolant temperature, and the odometer displays the total distance traveled by the vehicle and also tells the driver when to do his vehicle maintenance. So next is the warning lights. The check engine lights indicate that there's a problem in the engine and tells the driver that they should get their engine checked immediately. Battery warning indicates that the problem happening in the battery which does not provide enough current for the vehicle to function. Oil pressure warning usually tells that there is little to no oil in the engine, and this is due to that the driver not having engine oil maintenance regularly. Brake warning shows that drive the handbrake is still pulled. A low fuel warning shows that there is little to no fuel inside a vehicle. ABS stands for anti-brake system. ABS warning shows that the braking system is not working and drivers should drive their vehicle with extreme caution. Airbag warning shows when the airbag is deployed. Traction control light usually triggers when the wheel is spinning and vehicle will slow down the speed to con- control the traction of the car. Seatbelt reminders is to tells the driver or the passengers to fasten their seatbelt. Door adjust light lights up when one of the doors of the vehicle is open. High beam indicator in lights up when driver is using a high beam light. Turn signal indicator shows that which direction driver is taking.
Among the many other stuff that exists in an exterior of a car is also called the spoilers. The spoiler, also known as a rear wing, or it can also be a front wing, in this case an F1 car. It serves the purpose to spoil the airflow at the area they're fixed at. So essentially, they help disrupt the airflow to achieve the characteristics and performance intended for a car to display. So imagine this: you have a spoiler at the back of your car and you're moving to tremendous speed. So what it helps to do is it diverts the airflow of the air running through the body of the car upwards. In this case, we want to stay down in the ground, so it diverts the airflow of the car in the body towards the upwards of the car. So what happens is it kind of generates this down force that pushes the car downwards, and that's how we stay planted to the ground even in high speed cases. So now we have the front and rear spoiler of a Mercedes-Benz AMG Petronas. That's what you're looking at right now. Now, any car would benefit from the effect of a spoiler. This is said because imagine a car moving at speed of 180 km per hour, and the airflow around the body of a car can cause the car to lift from the ground, because this speed is good enough to actually lift the car if there is not enough sufficient spoilers that plants the car downwards. This is avoided through the airflow disrupted towards the air by the spoilers. In so doing, the car would stay down on the ground. So, long story short, the spoiler is basically an essential part when it comes to the exterior part of the car. It helps to direct airflow wherever it is intended to, so that the car stays planted to the ground, and it also avoids from nasty accidents happening. That's about it.
Hi, and now I'm going to present car parking sensor. So what is car parking sensors? Car parking sensors help drivers avoid obstacles and park safely by providing information about the distance between the vehicle and nearby objects. So you can detect obstacles, alert the driver, guide parking maneuvers, make parking in tight spaces easier. So when I said about detect obstacle, which means parking sensors, usually if we use electromagnetic sensors to detect obstacles around the car, for example trees, or there's a big rock behind the car. The second thing is to alert the driver, so the sensors will emit sound waves and measure the distance between the car and the object. So for example, if you look at the second picture at the bottom, this is from Proton Saga 2022 facelift. So you can see there's few bars behind the vehicle, which shows that the distance between the obstacles and the car.